Hi, not all burger joints were created equal. With 20 mouth-watering burgers available, all cooked to order using fresh, premium quality ingredients, we're pretty sure you love every last bite. We're located at 320 Packington Street in Newtown, 51 Moorabool Street in Geelong, and for information on the menu, check out burgerinc.com. So come on in, we'd love to feed you.
Top to the run here for the captain Neil Gibson, who's lifted in this last quarter. Fires a hand past the big fella Zokach. He's going to blaze away on the right foot. Beautiful kick, Zokach. That's the answerer. That's a lovely goal kicked by the big fella Zokach, and what a game he's played.
Yes, 29.5 minutes into this, the final quarter. That was great play there by both sides. The ball went between half-back lines, and good play down there by Gibson to get that ball across to Zokach, and he did the rest with a lovely kick on the run for a big fella.
Really was fast, wasn't it? Benny running the ball down, and then Henderson running the ball out just as quick, and then back it went. Zokach, a lovely kick on that right foot of his. And the umpire about to start it down. 30 minutes gone, Rocky's 24-hour locksmith time clock. Final quarter here at the Ellimatte Reserve. 77 plays, 107. Anglesea have got it back to about 30 points. Kick comes out of the centre for Anglesea. Charging out of the ball there. Caldau was it, kicked it off the ground. Bounces straight past Wicks. He runs back towards it. Maguire couldn't grab it. Goes back in after it. Wicks lays the bump. Maguire picks up, hand passes. It's intercepted there by Buse. Clark's in there battling too. Anglesea player claimed with the footy. Kelly said it's a free kick. A little bit of stuff going on there, and it's going to be a ball-up decision. Players getting a bit tired, and temper's just a little bit frayed here, Barry Walker, at the present time. Yes,
over there in half-back flank, umpire O'Loughlin should put it to turf quickly, which he's going to do. Down it goes. Up they go in the ruck. Domberg again gets a tap down, but it's Stevens. Stevens kicked down towards the half-forward flank. Here's a chance. Big Zokach having a bit of a rest down there. A long handball to a running player in Finlay. Finlay with a high kick down towards the forward line. Armstrong backing back. Great mark, Timmy Armstrong, in the last line of defence.
Wasn't a great kick that time by Finlay. The player Stoner was out on the lead. He blazed away, and Timmy Armstrong, who was well behind Stoner on that occasion, was able to lean back and take a nice mark. He relieves the pressure now for Barwon Heads, kicks it out. Here he is again, Zokach. He played a sensational game, taking the mark way out there at well out over half forward.
Plays on
immediately, blazes away on the right, but it's a long kick. Mars a chance to mark, going back with a flight of it. He just juggled it, lost it at the finish. Here's the chance there to get out of defence, and they do through the agency of Rose. And Rose with a kick around towards the half-back flank centre wing. Kelly dropped one he should have taken. Scott Williams couldn't trap it, knocked it over the line out of bounds. Boundary throw in. 31.5 minutes gone on the Rockies' 24-hour locksmith time clock in the final quarter.
Right now, waiting for the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. In it comes. Up they go. Wicks is up there. Thump down. Here's a chance for Duckett to clear. Taps it. There's the siren. There's the siren. Barwon Heads are the winners. But I tell you what, it was a great final quarter by the Anglesea Football Club here this afternoon. That's the way they should have played all day, but they realised at three-quarter time that they had to get back into this game somehow or get some goals on the board. Yes, David?
Anglesea president on screen there, Brendan Friel, took over the job from Peter Calvert last year. They couldn't get anyone to be president. He became a caretaker president, and he's done a great job at the club this year too. A lot of work gone in. He'll be walking off, and he'll be going straight up to 3CS broadcast position now to find out what the score is in the other game. He looks a worried man, and I'm not surprised.
Yes, and also I think from guest video we must say thank you to the Anglesea president and the Anglesea Football Club for their inviting us all into afternoon tea here, and also he very graciously lets us use the telephone relating scores back to 3YYR. Anyway, back to the game. Your goal kickers for the afternoon, David.
Goal kickers for Anglesea. One goal kicked by Rod Maher, one goal kicked by Neil Gibson. They had one goal to Matt McDonough, who unfortunately was injured, played very well until that stage. One to Brad Clark, one to Mark Stoneham. Two goals to Scott Williams in the last quarter.
Where's that little bloke?
And there's my son, God bless him, on the screen there. And two goals to Michael Zokach. Whilst for the Barwon Heads side, we had goal kickers were Russell Highland, singles. Michael DiDomenico got one. Greg Caldau got one. Paul Kelly got one. Matt Jones, the big fella at centre forward, got one. Two goals to Dean Roderick, two to Anthony Callan. Craig Kelly kicked three, and Peter White, number 10, kicked 5 goals for his side.
Better players for the Anglesea side. John Mitsopoulos rove well all day. He goes in fiercely for the ball. Jeff Fiddler played a great game on half-back. Kevin Lehman also for the Anglesea side tried very hard. Going down a little bit further, we had Grant Buse on a half-back flank also. He put in 4 solid quarters for the Blue and Whites here this afternoon. And I also must give credit, I know he had an indiscretion time here this afternoon at a vital stage of the game, but to Ian Benny, when he came back on the ground, I think he realised the mistake that he'd made and put his team under pressure. But by gee, he played a great game when he came back on the ground, and to his credit, we must say, well done. Also going down, we had the big ruckman, Michael Zokach, for the Anglesea side. He tried valiantly all day on the ball. He went down the forward line there in the last quarter, kicked 2 goals, and a lion-hearted display by Michael Zokach here this afternoon. Brad Clark in and out of the game, same as Craig Lehman. Scott Williams come into it in the last quarter, kicking 2 goals, but I don't think by his standards it was a great game at all. Looking at Barwon Heads, Matthew Walter, until he went off injured, I thought played quite well. Peter White, 5 goals down to full forward. Dean Roderick in the first half. I thought in the second half he got himself into positions where when he did get the ball, he got caught and wasn't as explosive as he was early in the game. Terry Domberg, well, what could you say about him and Michael Zokach? It was probably one of the best displays of big man power that I've seen throughout 1992 by both players here this afternoon. It was hard, it was tough, it was fair, and to both players' credit, we must say thank you for a great display of ruck work and around the ground work here this afternoon. Going down a bit further, we had Paul Kelly flashed in and out of it. Timmy Armstrong at full-back played a solid game. Greg Caldo in the centre played his usual game, probably got his 25, 30 possessions. A little bit further down, Craig Zurowell come off the half-back line very strongly. And Russell Highland in the second half, I thought, lifted his game, and young Andrew Rose. Better players, your 3-2-1 here this afternoon. Yes. Just you down there, Noel.
What was that?
You down there?
Yeah, I am now.
Right, I'm going to put the pressure on you in a minute, if you'd just like to listen to what's going on up here.
Just giving our votes, Noel, for the best player of the day for the APCO Easy Shop at Barwon Heads and guest video Tankard. I said at 3/4 time to my friend here, Barry Walker, that Michael Zokach and Terry Domberg were the 2 best players on the ground, and we were trying to think who would be the better player in the final quarter. That has decided my vote. I gave 1 vote to Greg Caldow in the centre. I thought he played a very good game for Barwon Heads, as Barry said, picked up many possessions. I gave 2 votes to Terry Domberg for a great display on the ruck, and I gave 3 votes to Michael Zokach. I had him and Domberg level at 3/4 time, and I just gave the points to Zokach for a superb last quarter.
You got any votes down there, Noel?
Well, I don't know who Zokach is, but I reckon the best player on the ground came from a losing side, and that was number 31 from Anglesea. Who was that?
Same player.
Yeah, I haven't got a record here, but certainly number 31 played a superb game for them all day.
Right, well, my voting, and it's going to sound a bit strange, but I'd like to give the 6 votes, split them between Zokach and Domberg, because I think it was really probably one of the best displays of man-on-man competition that I've seen throughout 1992. And it was, as I said earlier on, fair, strong, tough, and it was a great display by both players. And that's putting a little bit of pressure on you downstairs, Noel, because I don't know whether you've got 1 or 2 of those little gold-rimmed mugs down there.
I've only got 1.
You only got 1. Okay. We've got to decide on one, and I think Michael Zokach would win it by a whisker.
By a whisker, by a short half head in the racing parlance, Barry. Yeah, pity we couldn't give to. I just gave it to him because of his superb last quarter.
Yes, he did play well in the last quarter, kicking 2 goals, but today I think we've seen a great game of Australian rules football. The duels here today, the toughness of it. It was a vital game for both sides. Barwon Heads got on top for probably 2.5 quarters, and Anglesea come back in the last quarter. There'll be plenty of sore players here this evening, but I think they'll all line up at the bar, shout each other a drink, because, you know, toughness out on the field, but I think off the field it'll all be forgotten.
Well, Cookie, you'd know a bit about golf courses and bars, wouldn't you?
Yes, I've got a degree actually in lining up at the bar, and that's where I'm going to go right now after presenting the trophy to Michael Zokach and congratulating the Barwon Heads side. And thank you for your help today, Barry Walker, and we'll see you in the finals.
At Ellsworthy's Retrovision, we're more than just the best price. We'll give you expert advice with a huge range of big brand products. Locally owned and operated in Geelong, Ellsworthy's Retrovision will give you more every time. If it's a big screen TV you're after, or a top brand washer or fridge, we have the best range to choose from. Come into Ellsworthy's today at 2 big locations, Murrill Street, opposite Skills Stadium in Geelong, or Warn Ponds Homemaker Centre. Ellsworthy's Retrovision.